A near sellout crowd here for a team that's not going to play until 2025.
That's the way the Valley does it.
Everybody, we have the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, newcomers to the Southland Conference for 2024-2025. Their football program will launch for the very first time in 2025. We have with us here head coach Travis Bush, student athletes, linebacker Jaxson Maynard, running back Brennan Carroll. Gentlemen, thanks for being here. And Coach, it's a very unique opening drive media day for you. One, you're coming to a new conference, but two, you don't play for another season. As you approach your very first media day here, your first opening drive with the Southland Conference, just your general thoughts on your approach to this quote-unquote practice season that you're about to have and building a program as you get ready for next year.
Well, I know, listening to other coaches talking about expectations, I know we can sit up here and say we're definitely not going to lose a football game here in 2024. But, just really excited to get young men on campus, and it's been such a process of, a lot of planning, a lot of building organization. But, we're 28 days away from finally having athletes stepping on campus and really utilizing this first year and focusing on that process. And the big key with not playing games, majority freshmen coming in, of, making sure, number one, we get them started off right in the classroom. And in the way of college athletics, sometimes people forget they're still student athletes. So that's goal number one, get them started in the classroom. Two is to build that culture and foundation. We have that opportunity to, whatever we do, it's ours. And we're not changing bad habits. So it's an opportunity to set that foundation and culture, which goes right back into the type of young men we recruited to be able to come in and do that. And then three, really that development piece. And again, going back to freshmen that are going to redshirt anywhere else in the nation, they're playing scout team, but here they're getting every rep, they're getting coached. So how much more can we develop these guys over those 3 months than they can anywhere in the nation? So really focusing on that process and going to enjoy every minute of it. You're
uniquely equipped for this head coaching position, launching a program, because you've been a part of a brand new program when UTSA launched, being a part of that staff with Larry Coker. Can you kind of describe what these last few months have been like? You've obviously been a part of seeing your university acquire a football stadium where you're going to be playing a majority of your home games, the breaking ground on your performance center, which will be your weight rooms, locker rooms, and basically where your team will be housed. And obviously you've been recruiting student athletes over the course of over the last year. What has this journey over the last 9, 10, 12 months been like for you?
It's like we talk about, Chase is in here, athletic director, and just kind of, it's like, eating an elephant. We talk about, you got to take one piece at a time. And it's a phenomenal job from administration and president and the resources of a lot of people down there, the Vaquero family that have helped out. So really things are falling into place like we hoped. And you see facilities going up, our athletic pavilion is open, our practice field's ready. You can see the VPC being built as we speak. So that's going to be the neat process too, is going out to practice every day and seeing the building get built day by day. Construction on the stadium has started. So again, it's been a different kind of busy for us than other programs, and it's going to get busier in 28 days when we get these young men on campus. But really, it's been neat to watch. And sometimes we get so busy on the day-to-day, we got to kind of take a breath and kind of look what we've accomplished from the first time Chase drove up to Houston with just, we call it football in a box. All they had was one helmet, one football, and that was a football program in a box before they hired somebody. So now our boxes get a lot bigger.
For the student athletes now, obviously a very unique situation. Jaxson, we'll start with you. Coming into a season, joining a program that won't play an actual football game for yet another year. Just your thoughts on approach on coming into a situation that's very unique for just about any student athlete to come and be a part of a program, redshirt with just about everyone in your class, and just really get to prepare for a season that won't come for 2025. Just tell me your thoughts on coming to this unique situation.
No, I think it's a great opportunity, especially with getting our degree too. It's going to have a whole year to adjust to the college life, and getting to know different players, different people, and having those connections is going to be a great opportunity. And I think getting away from your family, going to college is going to be a hard adjustment, and having that extra year, not having to worry about games and just worrying about practices and school is going to be a really good opportunity. I think it's going to be time well spent.
Brennan, kind of ask you the same question. Just your thoughts coming to a program that's starting brand new.
Yeah, so at first I was a little shaky about it. I didn't really want to, I wanted to, whenever someone comes out of high school, you want to play right away. But then I talked to Coach Bush, and he showed me that, it's all good. You get this whole year to, get bigger, faster, stronger. And then especially for the academic standpoint, you get to, adjust to that college life, So you get to get ahead on your classes, homework, all that. And then football-wise, you get to build team chemistry for the next year coming up.
And, Coach, you kind of were able to focus strictly on recruiting high school players, which every coach that will come up here today, the landscape of college football does not allow for that, or specifically just that anymore. It's a lot of time in the transfer portal. How unique was this recruiting opportunity over the course of the last year or two, knowing that you won't have to really hone in on the transfer portal for yet another year, and being able to find the best high school athletes you can find?
Yeah, I think on the flip side of that, there's so many more high school student athletes that are available now, and we were so pleasantly surprised to get these young men down there, and the number we got to walk on and pay their own way. But really, they're just hungry to play football. So the recruiting process is changing. But I'm a Texas high school football guy. We're going to run our program like a high school program and focus on academics and developing men, and then competing for championships. But our staff is strictly from Texas, and they know Texas high schools, and that's why there's 15,000 coaches downstairs that we're recruiting their kids. So this is a great opportunity again to get around those guys. But we're going to utilize every resource we can to compete at this level. But we want to focus on doing it old school and bringing in high school kids and building that development and watching them grow.
That'll lead me to the question a lot of folks have been asked today about this kind of synergy between the high school coaches convention and the Southland having their opening drive here. You and I had a chance to visit yesterday, and you said, well, I was going to be here anyway, because I was going to be at the convention hanging out with everybody, and obviously making the rounds as well. But just your thoughts on the Southland partnering up and trying to do this thing together, because really the heartbeat and the ingredients to making a football program in the state of Texas, college football, is high school football in Texas. So just your thoughts overall on the Southland and the high school coaches convention doing things together here.
I think it's a smart move. Obviously, everyone in our conference is going to recruit the state of Texas and Louisiana. So I think, again, it's an opportunity. There's the Southland's changing. The Southland, listen to Chris Grant's vision and the possibility of growth and where this conference is and where it can go. It's hard not to get excited when you talk to him. But you can go downstairs, and there's probably still coaches that don't know what the Southland Conference is. So I think having it here, the ability, you got coaches walking out, you got coaches in here to see what the Southland's about, know that we're going to be recruiting their kids, and I think it's a great opportunity for us to have our vision in front of them, and then again the chance to get around them since we're recruiting their kids.
We'll get back to the student athletes, and Brennan, we talked about this being a unique situation. What are some of the things that you're going to be focusing on right off the bat once you end up on campus? You guys will be practicing, obviously not preparing for games, but what are some of the things that you're hoping to accomplish in the early going once you get on the practice field for the first time?
So for me, I want to try to build the team chemistry right away. I want to get everybody to, bond together, do things like outside of football, try to get that chemistry going before, 25 hits, so that way we're all on the same page. And then for me, again, just focusing on, getting faster, getting stronger, and then being more versatile on the field.
Jaxson?
I want to say the same thing. I'm just trying to build that trust in between our team and getting bigger, faster, stronger, and especially working on my schoolwork too. Getting towards my degree and stuff like that.
Jaxson, I'm going to make you laugh a little bit. You were on the Smithson Valley team that sent Brownsville veterans packing. Any thoughts on maybe not coming to the Valley after sending Brownsville veterans home?
Actually, that was one of my reasons I came to the Valley, because their fans, when we arrived 3 hours early, they had over 5,000 people there, and that just proves how much they love their sports, and it's just going to be a great atmosphere when we get there.
One of the things that's been, you did something say?
Multiply that by about 20 for August 30th, 2025, I guarantee you.
Well, Chase is in here somewhere, just making sure we got those tickets sold, right? Here we go. For you guys, a very important video game came out a few days ago. We've been asking all the student athletes this. Any opportunity to download it just yet? And I don't know if UTRGV is available to play in the game, but did you create UTRGV to start playing in the game?
Yeah, so, I got it.
He's got it.
Yeah, so I downloaded the game So I got the early access to the game, so I downloaded it whenever the Southland Conference dropped the thing. So I downloaded it right away, just played as them, and kind of changed the name on one of the dudes to, Brennan Carroll. So
there you go.
I'm at running back, had number 16, but it's all good. So yeah, I played as UTRGV, played against all the other conferences, so it was pretty cool.
How we do? How do we do?
We did good,
How many? The question is, how many carries did you give yourself?
Oh, I think I entered the game with 40. Yeah.
Okay. Jackson, did you get a chance to play it?
I'm going to be honest, I don't play video games.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of weird like that, but I don't have time for it, so.
There you go. We'll take some questions from the group here, if anyone has any.
Hello, gentlemen. Brian Ramos, RGV Sports from the Monitor. So, Coach Bush, I know you guys start practice last week of August, early September. How soon do you guys start digging into that playbook and really designing things? I know you've had some time with the full coaching staff to really work and put things together over these last 2 years. So, exactly how soon does that start really diving into what you want to see from these guys on the field as far as the execution, scheme, playbook, and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, it's a good question. So again, they come in August 18th, they report. We can't even break a huddle or know a snap count right now, so we're going to have to take some time before we actually get on the field. But we got a good plan when they come in. We'll probably spend about 3 weeks kind of off-season workouts, lifting, running, teaching and meeting, and being able to walk through and get some of the offense and defense down before we step on the field. We won't start practice till after Labor Day. Be September 9th, I believe, is our first official practice. And we'll set it up kind of like 3 spring trainings. We'll go Monday through Thursday, 3 weeks on, and then the last week of each month will be an open week where we'll take a break from practice, focus on academics, and kind of heal up any bruises we have. But do that September, October, November, and it'll fly by. But that's kind of the process right now.
Any other questions?
Couple more we'll ask Coach. Just a couple months ago, you guys, the university acquired the stadium that used to belong to the soccer team. You guys are obviously going to outfit it to be the football stadium of the future for the Rio Grande Valley. Can you give us any update on that, and then any other facility updates that you want to give for UTRGV? There's obviously some renovations we got to do that to make it football ready, but those are underway. But we're going to lower the field to give the suite level better viewing angles, but turfing it, and then there's going to be some seats added. Press box got to be expanded for football, and then some locker rooms. Obviously, they got to be done. So a lot of work that's got to be done. But Chase got a great plan in place, and that's moving smoothly right now. The VPC. The big 50,000 square foot performance center. It's going to house football and all the locker room, weight room, meeting rooms, academic center in there, which is huge. That's rolling pretty good right now. We're about a year away from getting in that. And our athletic pavilion, which these guys will house out of it for the first year, is complete, as well as our practice field. So it's everything's coming into play. I mean, they've had a great plan for years on this thing, and it's the number of people that are working behind the scenes to make sure this gets ready, because that clock is ticking. We're kicking off in August 30th, and that's not changing. So, but everything's looking good. Have you gentlemen have a chance to visit the home stadium just yet, and just your thoughts on getting to play there in 2025?
Oh yeah, I went down there a couple weeks ago, and it's going to be an experience. I think it's going to be really, really cool. But there was a lot of construction down there, so we didn't get to see it.
How'd you get in anyway? He posted a picture. Inside the stadium. Like, how did this guy even get in the stadium?
The gates were open. Come on, man.
So when I went on my official, the gates were not open, so I couldn't go in there. But I just saw the outside, and it was it's really nice.
Awesome. Last thing I'll ask you, Coach. Such a unique situation here for you to build up a program or be a part of building up a program yet again. Just as you go through this the second time around, and obviously in a different role being the head coach, what can you learn from your time at UTSA as that thing started from scratch to what you are able to do here at UTRGV?
You know, the big thing is, you know, we've hired a phenomenal staff, and but you know, again, going back to these guys, one thing we didn't really know at UTSA till we got the young men on campus is they don't have upperclassmen to show them what to do. They don't have leaders. They don't have anything. We've got to be that starting out. So again, going back to the type of young men we wanted to target in this first class were those mature team leaders. They knew how to work. You know, you're getting someone from Smithson Valley. They know how to work. They know how to compete. They know how to win. You got a head coach's son. Watched him play. He knows how to work. He knows how to win. He knows how to compete. So many of our guys being able to come in and really kind of be the leaders right off the bat. So I think that was huge. Again, the facility piece, you know, instead of having to go to a high school stadium to practice for years and live in a dungeon and have your locker room in a gym and not meeting rooms. So to be able to have those facilities right off the bat, again, it makes it a different start for these guys.
Well, you're the only coach we know that will be undefeated when we do Southland Conference Media Days next year. Coach, we appreciate the time. Jaxson Maynard, Brennan Carroll, our student athletes, Travis Bush, the head coach, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Best of luck to you in your practice season, and we look forward to seeing you next year as you get ready for season 1 down in Edinburgh, Texas.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.